Hello, my name is Tomasz and welcome to our channel. Today's subject is hip stability. We will go through simple exercises that I personally do every day to improve my muscles and coordination, and then we will try to apply it in forward, backward and side step so you can transfer it also to ballroom dancing. Generally, in normal life, we don't have so much trouble with hip stability because when we stand on both legs. And when we walk, it's so natural to us already. Now, when we dance, because mostly we're on one leg or the other, our hips tend to tilt. And when our hips tilt, the whole upper body balance changes. Now, of course, if we want to correct that without changing the hip, now you can see that my whole spine and posture is not in the best alignment. So it all starts pretty much on your pelvis bone, and that's also when the spine starts, that initiates the whole postural movement and stretch up. So when we're on one leg, there's one particular group of muscles that is responsible for keeping us parallel to the floor, and that is our gluteus medius. Gluteus medius is the muscle that is pretty much on the side or on the maybe back of your hip. And hopefully today when you do the exercises with me, you will feel it. If you don't, then you might have to check it with, again, physiotherapist, yoga teacher or Pilates teacher, because you're probably doing that exercise incorrectly. The first exercise will be very simple. We will be on one leg. We can pick right or left. I will be on my right leg. I'll put my arms to the sides to already practice a little of the ballroom as well. Now, it's very simple. I'm trying to maintain my hips parallel to the floor. I will lift the knee up and move my leg to the side. And again, notice that my foot is all the time in the air. I'm not putting it down and moving it to the side. I keep it constantly in the air. Now, the trick of this exercise is to maintain the pelvis bone all the time parallel to the floor and your posture in the same place. Because it's very easy to do that and do, that, right? Or that. So we are trying to keep that as stable, as fixed, glute, cemented as possible, and only move the knee and the foot. The knee and the foot, the knee and the foot. And of course, I should do it on both legs. So now, for this exercise, we will need a ball. And the exercise is called a hip dip. Well, it's only our name, so I don't think there's any trademark on it. Now, what we need is we need to put the ball between your hips and the wall. Now, if my ball is on the right-hand side, I will be standing on my left leg. I will lift my right foot up, and now notice that at this moment I'm trying just to be straight and comfortable. I'm not trying to lean against the wall, and I'm not trying to put my feet too close, so I'm fighting against with the ball. So my foot is comfortably underneath my hip. I will lift my right leg up, and now I will dip my right hip a little down, and then imagine there is a hand on the left side that pushes that hip a little up. And again, I will relax it and push it up, and relax it and push it up. Now I'm trying to do it slowly and thoroughly, so I don't do any of those, right? Because we can do thousands of those and still not feel the difference. Now what's important is that you should only feel the burning on the side of your hip. If you feel the stomach muscles, the side of stomach muscles, or the side, it means that you're not using those muscles, you're using other ones to compensate, and it's very important to try to find those. But for that, you might need maybe yoga teacher, Pilates teacher, or a physiotherapist. Would be a great idea. After even 5, I already feel burning. So I would recommend doing maybe 10 in the beginning, maybe 15 on both legs, of course. You can try more. I would always try to push through that initial burning and do just a few more to always improve and push yourself to do more and more. Okay, so the last thing we want to do today is to try to apply that ability to keep your hips parallel to the floor into step forward, backward, and to the side one. I will just move a little more backward. I will be on my left foot. And now I'm trying to keep my hips parallel to the floor, and without any movements to the side, I will try to make the step until the middle, and especially now, try to put your hands on your hips, push them slightly down, and move your hips over the foot without the angling of the hip. The very good idea to do in this exercise is once you place your foot forward, when you arrive on that leg, you should lift the foot up and feel that you're on balance. So whether your foot is on the floor or off the floor, your hips are in exactly the same alignment. So now, when we go backward, and I will go backward with my right foot, it's very common to drop your left hip to the side. So try to, again, hold both of your hips and move your hips downwards, both of them equally, whilst preparing the foot. Now we're moving the hip away from the foot. Whoa. And when we arrive on the right foot, again, push that hip slightly down to make sure it doesn't drop to the side. We need to arrive on that leg with still hips parallel to the floor. Okay, I will do it again from the other leg. So I'm going forward, arriving on the leg, lift the leg up, and backward, arriving on the leg, lift the leg up. And you should feel that your sides of the hips have to work really, really hard to maintain the whole stability of the body. But remember, the harder we work in those parts, the more relaxed we can be in the top, in the shoulders, in the head, and probably in the frame a little, so we won't look like a pulled up kitten, right? That's not the idea we want to have. Of course, going to the sides, we can do the same way, the same thing. So I'm trying to keep my hips parallel. When I extend my foot, I'm trying not to drop that hip. I will move it to the side. When I arrive on my other foot, I will lift my leg up and try to maintain that position. And even you can touch your side of the hip. It should be strong, toned, and working. I can do, of course, the other leg, palm, and it's done. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you did, please subscribe it and maybe share it with your friends because they might use those tips. If you have any comments, please put them in the section below. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.